Hello, Scorpio. So before we begin your reading, I have two cards for you, one from Lay Vampire and one from Chakra Wisdom. And what you pulled here is a little painful. So from Lay Vampire, you pulled the past to prison, bitterness, grudge, refusal to let go, which, yeah, that's Scorpio. And this card speaks about needing to let go of the bitterness and the suffering that others may have put on you. And it's also about needing to take action through your sadness and your suffering so that you can change your circumstance. Now, Despondence from Chakra Wisdom actually speaks about the same thing, needing to take action through those feelings in order to change your circumstances. Despondence also talks about having emotional ties that may no longer serve you. And then it also speaks about this feeling of helplessness and just accepting your circumstances. I feel like looking at the two of these that if somebody has put their suffering on you, it's time to let go of that. And if your past is holding you a prisoner, do not stay despondent. It is time to take action through this pain and suffering so that you can see a change in your circumstances. Okay, Scorpio. Here is the energy coming through. Yes, yes, yes. Whenever I see judgment in readings, I try to make sure that there's an understanding that in order to move forward, you have to be okay with the past. You cannot bring any negative with you when you move forward because it will block you from being able to manifest the things that you truly want in your life. Judgment is all about rising up to hear the call and reviewing your past with joy rather than regret. And when you look at that with a past to prison, do not let your past hold you prisoner. You need to take action now so that you can see a change in your circumstance. Don't stay despondent. If you have something painful in your past, whether it is something that you may have done or something that somebody put on you, it is time to take action to let that go and to see something different in your life. And with judgment, when you look at the world after that and going into the Fool, this speaks about reincarnation. And again, you cannot go into a new journey ahead with bitter feelings of the past. You have to be okay with your past. And sometimes, and I know this is true for me, when it comes to reviewing your past, it's one of those things where you're like, nope, don't want to do it. There may be too much pain there, but the whole point here is to be okay with the past. And be careful about the judgment that you pass on yourself. And in the past, yes, the Seven of Pentacles. This is all about reevaluating your situation, reevaluating the things that you have in your life and saying, what can I do to create more? Or what can I do to change this? And again, there's this review going on of the past and needing to be okay with it. But there's this feeling of helplessness right now and sadness and suffering because of the past. And it's like you're making this attempt now to reevaluate it so that you can be okay with it. In the present, the Four of Pentacles, please, please, please here, be careful about what you are hanging on to. Again, refusal to let go. You have to let go. You have to let go of the pain. It has to be gone so that you can move forward. You can't carry that with you. You can't do it because it will stop you. And you will continue to manifest the same things over and over and over again. Be careful here about what you're hanging on to. Clearly, you need to evaluate that and let it go. Future conditions. I love seeing this card for Scorpio because the Queen of Cups very much reminds me of our emotionally intuitive nature. And seeing that as future conditions, I truly hope that this is where we end up out of all this shit here. Once this is taken care of and you come back to who you are, you will be in tune with yourself. So the Queen of Cups represents a water sign, which is Scorpio. This is about being emotionally intuitive, being open, being loving. I'm not seeing this as a person. I'm seeing this as Scorpio and where you end up out of this. And this is good. Getting back to who we are. The best path to follow. Look at that. Now, when you look at the Five of Pentacles as the best path to follow, there's another part of this card that actually talks about that you are not alone. So when you look at the image of this card, there are two people who look despondent and are like struggling walking past a church. The reminder there is that you are not the only one. You are not alone. Wow, 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 my goodness. The Five of Pentacles has to do with poverty, loss, and feeling like you're being left out in the cold. And looking at the Pentacles here, you know, this to me is speaking about the security that you have in your life right now and the security that you're trying to create in your life. Clearly, you need to reevaluate what you're doing here to create this security and what it is that you're hanging on to. Because the Five of Pentacles is the best path to follow. It, to me, is also a warning. A warning about feeling left out because you cannot let go of the past that is holding you back. But again, the Five of Pentacles, you are not alone. You are not the only one. Oh, Scorpio, this one's rough. Very nice. Very nice. So in your environment, this is about taking that leap of faith. The Fool. I love seeing this. Oh, thank you. The Fool. The Fool is the clean soul. And again, speaking about that journey through judgment in the world and then the Fool, it speaks about reincarnation. And this is the newly reincarnated soul. Taking that leap of faith into life with no preconceived notions of nothing. And that is exactly what you need to do to move forward. You cannot carry anything with you, especially negative. You need to just go with the flow. Take that leap of faith and move away from this. You have to let go. You have to let go. And it is so who we are. It is so hard to let go of pain because that is our nature, to pick it apart and understand it on a very deep level. But if you stay despondent in that, you cannot experience this here. Wow, Scorpio. Okay. Oh, shit. Your hopes and your fears. Oh, yes, yes, yes. There is definitely an issue with the past that needs to be corrected. Justice. Justice in your hopes and your fears. This is about making amends for past wrongs. Needing to have balance in your life. I feel like with judgment and justice here, that if you try to take some action through whatever suffering that you're going through right now, you will start to see a change in your circumstance. But again, you have to be okay with the past. You have to make amends for past wrongs. And know that whatever past wrongs that have been done to you will be corrected, especially with judgment sitting there. It will be corrected, but let the universe take care of it. You need to come back to this feeling of the Queen of Cups and who you are. And again, with that Five of Pentacles, you are not alone. You are not alone. You definitely have some guidance here for sure. For sure. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yes, it is time for some wine. Speaking about intuition, how beautiful is that? The High Priestess. And look at it. It's beautiful. The High Priestess. This is the seer between worlds. This is where all the possibilities lie. This is where all the unknown knowledge lies. And with the High Priestess, what is not known to you will be made known. This is about tapping into your powerful intuition, and more specifically, your emotional intuition, coming back to who you are. This is beautiful. So where there's this feeling of not being able to let go of the past, feeling despondent and not moving forward, you're reevaluating the situation. You need to take a look at what it is that you're hanging on to and let go. Let go of it and take action here. And I feel like out of that, you are going to come back to who you are. You're going to take a leap of faith into a new journey in life. And where it is leading you is beautiful. Because again, looking at Judgment next to Justice, everything will be corrected. And you will have that balance back in your life. And you're going to tap back into that beautiful, emotional, intuitive nature that you inherently have. So I like where this is ending up now. Out of this pain and suffering, you're going to do the right thing. I really wouldn't worry too much about the Five of Pentacles. I mean, yes, there is a warning there. Be careful about how you reevaluate your past, because the whole point of doing that is letting it go. You have to let it go and take action, because where you're going is back to who you are. It's funny how when the truth is spoken to you, that it sends this vibration through you of understanding. This reading, man oh man, do not allow your past to be your prison. Let go of it. Let go of it and look at the things that you're hanging on to, because you need to let them go. And do not fear justice. This is saying that you will make amends for your past. And it's also saying that the past will be corrected. So whatever wrongs that may have been done to you, it will be set straight, and you will have that balance back in your life. But you have to be okay with your past before you take this leap of faith here. It's in your environment. So, again, when you look at these two, it's telling you to take action. If you just sit there and sit in your sadness and your suffering, nothing will change on the outside. So you have to go. You have to go, take action, do something, and do not accept your circumstances. You are not alone. You have guidance here. And with the Seven of Pentacles, you're definitely reevaluating specifically your past again. But what I love out of all of this is that you come back to who you are. It's like a different way of looking through the death card. And it's like broken down in such a way that now there's this understanding of what we need to do through that cycle of death, to come back to this rebirth and back to who we are. So again, do not fear justice. Make amends for your past. Do not allow it to hold you prisoner. Let it go. And do not stay stuck in situations that no longer serve you. Let it go and move forward.